Galactic Standard Date. Year 11356. Day 96. Sol Standard Date. 4th of the 8th, 3267. Catherine was petting Haruhi while she thought of a name for the new unified units for the GC to Empire Alliance. She was torn between several options: Immortal Legion of Fluff, Fluperer's Legion, and the Alliance of Fluffy Kind. She sighed and just sent all three to Aurelius. With that taken care of, Haruhi hopped off her lap, and she stood up and stretched. They started producing nanites, but her usual luxuries weren't readily available anymore, so she decided to walk to her shuttle. She walked by Azariah's office and heard yelling coming from within, so she pressed the button to open the door without any preamble. The door slid away to reveal that Azariah and Resler had been bickering over a news broadcast. Catherine smiled, tilted her head, and waved as she said, "Hiya, what's going on?" The two stared at Catherine for a moment in utter confusion before Resler shook her head. "No point in even being angry about it, Azariah. She will just call you adorable." No sooner were the words said than Catherine could be heard chuckling to herself. Azariah sighed and waved her in. "We were just discussing the ramifications of some human soldiers, one being an Andrew Yrrol. He engaged in nightly activities with a member of my species. This has brought a slew of concerns and questions to my embassy, some of which include, are the humans sex addicts, or are all human soldiers horny? Or my personal favourite, are humans biologically compatible with alien races?" She sighed and then swapped the news over to a human couple. "These two, Jack Daniels and Gabriel Hernandez, they went to a restaurant meant for people my size. They had to get service outside, and the restaurant made the mistake of giving them each a single chair to start. They sat down and boom, chairs shatter. And they get multiple chairs and line them up to better support the weight. Then they get a table brought out to them. It looked like adults at a child's play set. The image was only made worse when the plates and silverware were brought out. On one hand you are gods, on the other hand you're demons of lust, yet on another hand you are giants who make everything we have look comically small." Catherine toppled over as she started laughing her ass off. "They look so big. The forks are so cute looking." Resler started snickering, as Azariah deflated a little. If I was still old, I would have had a heart attack from this. You have no idea how much trouble this has been." Catherine sighs and sits up cross-legged. "Well, I don't know what kind of trouble you got from that, but it can't be that bad, right?" Azariah's eyes lost their luster at that. So much work. I've been up for the last 36 hours. I've been getting non-stop messages from citizens who are either worried about the war, the seeming occupation of humanity, the fact that humanity is related to our goddess, or the questions regarding your sexual prowess." Catherine just stared at her like a deer in the headlights. Do you not have an AI to sort that out? Not even something like a call center? Have you been manually replying to every message? How is that even possible? There are an estimated 14 trillion citizens in your GC. Azariah blinked in confusion and tilted her head. "Well, no. We don't use AI for that. We don't actually use AI much for anything, actually. I only get messages from people of moderate to high import. Everything else goes through my staff. They sort out all but the most important questions. The rest gets sent to me." Catherine's jaw dropped. "How many messages have you had to reply to just today?" The Zenny ambassador got a faraway look in her eyes. I lost count at around 5,000. My staff was overwhelmed, so I had to help them too." Catherine let out a low whistle and stared at Azariah with eyes full of pity. You mind if I hook up my ship's AI to the network here? She would reply to the messages herself. If she could read the other 5,000 or so you sent, she could even mimic your style to make it seem like you did all of it." Azariah sagged and a tear came to her eye. This whole time, all I had to do... I need a nap. Just do whatever. Here's my password." Resler stared at Azariah wide-eyed as she tossed Catherine her tablet, immediately set her head down and fell asleep. "Catherine, I will not hook up your AI into our systems yet. Allow me to get permission from the rest of the council first. Your emperor showed us that we had a lot to learn about cybersecurity. I trust you, but I wish to learn from past mistakes." Catherine smiled at her and set the tablet on the desk. "No problem, Resi. I'm sure Uncle Bassie would be proud of you for that too. Honestly, the thought hadn't even crossed my mind. So it's good that you caught that," she said while patting Resler's head. "Well, I'm going to go to my shuttle and immerse myself in cat videos. Let me know when you all want to relax. You can come in and cuddle any time," she said, as she quickly walked out. Haruhi dipped her head in a bow before running out to catch up to Catherine. Resler sighed. "She's so jubilant all the time. So much energy in that one. Hard to believe she's older than us by centuries. God, she's older than our first contact with the Felis. All that time and she's still so childlike. Yet she managed to get her to sleep just like that. I've been trying hard to get her to rest for hours now. She turned to Azariah and slithered over to her bed, sliding onto the blanket and pulling it up. She gently draped it over Azariah's sleeping form. She sighed, and slowly made her way out of the room.